Have you ever been told you're too intimidating? Hi, I'm Danielle Pailly, and in a previous video I spoke about being too needy. This is the opposite extreme. And in my coaching over the years, this topic comes up more often with women, but it is not exclusive to gender or romantic preference. For the purpose of this video, I am talking about men and women in conversation, but it does apply in a broader sense. So perhaps you're a woman watching this video, maybe you're single, and you go out with your friends and you're told, you're just too intimidating. Men find you scary because you're so smart, too successful, too attractive, too confident. I don't think that's the problem. Now, from the get-go, we're going to talk about the difference between confidence versus aggression. So if someone says you're too intimidating because you're confident, that's one thing. Confidence is not seeking constant validation, being comfortable in your own skin, comfortable setting boundaries, happy with who you are and showing up authentically. Whereas being too intimidating is a code for you're being aggressive. And an aggressive person is generally needing to prove their worth, needing to be right, needing to put others down to raise themselves up. The aggressive person is the in it to win it. So back to being intimidating. If someone is uncomfortable because maybe you're financially successful, physically fit, emotionally healthy, you don't need to become less of these things to make someone else feel better. Because then what happens? You're an emotionally secure person and you're intimidating to an emotionally immature, perhaps less emotionally intelligent person. So you're going to edit yourself and you downplay your accomplishments. You downplay who you are. And then if you do end up in a relationship, then you're going to be constantly praising them so that they feel good about themselves, so they're not intimidated by you. And that doesn't go away in a long-term relationship. If you have that in the beginning, where one person is diminishing themselves and having to constantly lift the other person up, unless this person does some serious emotional growth, there's going to be that constant imbalance. What else happens? You become self-sabotaging because what's going on in your brain? You're telling yourself, that raise wasn't a big deal. That award, that wasn't a big deal. Honey, what you did, that was a big deal. So you end up putting yourself down and shrinking your own self-worth and becoming your own worst enemy. So when it comes to being intimidating, that's very different from being confident. I want to add one more nugget to this and then we'll wrap it all together. Maybe you're not told you're too intimidating, you're told you're too standoffish, right? Someone could be saying, you should smile more, you should flirt more, you should be more approachable. No, you should feel psychologically safe. So sometimes when someone is feeling standoffish, it's because they're not feeling comfortable being vulnerable. And the right partner is going to try to create an environment where you feel safe. They're willing to slow down and build trust over time. So they're not going to, on the first encounter, poke you. Smile more, tell me more about yourself, and be aggressive in getting information from you when maybe you're not ready for that. So the right partner will not pressure you. Trust is not assumed, it is earned over time, and they will be supportive in helping you feel safe. So, bringing this all together. If someone asks you or tells you, don't you think you're being too intimidating? You're too intimidating. You might ask yourself the question, am I intimidating, or am I simply refusing to become smaller to make someone else feel more comfortable? Because a healthy relationship doesn't require you to shrink. In fact, you grow and build together. So if you're being told that, your confidence is not somebody else's problem to solve. Their insecurity is not yours to carry. You don't have to apologize for being strong. Likewise, if you're being standoffish because you really don't feel safe or you're assessing the situation, You need to honor your emotional needs and understand that the right partner will create space for that emotional safety. If you found this video helpful, please comment below or share any questions for me, and be sure to like and subscribe. And also look at the description of this episode, because there will be tools and resources there for you to take beyond today's video. Thanks for joining me.